Right, men, we are taking this beach. Not one man better fall behind. I will personally gut the slowest soldier as we storm Britain. Remember, we do this for honor. We do this for glory. We do this for Caesar! Oh my god. What is going on? What happened there? Where am I? Why are my hands tied? Why am I in the dirt? Where are my soldiers? Where are my men? I'm having the weirdest feeling of Dijon mustard right now. Oh, I think I might have to try and find a D-Day entrance of every video game possible, because it's just the funniest voiceover. I mean, that is truly ridiculous. I mean, I've tried that many a time, and that's the best I could do. That is the best I could do. But anyway, my fantastic acting aside, today we're going to answer, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a Roman soldier? When choosing the name, there was only one option. I mean, it's very self-explanatory. You can see it on the screen now.
When I say the name, Dickus.
I make my characters look as Roman as possible and pick stats that really go into melee, as that's going to be more or less my main attempt of fighting. I mean, I think it's my only real ability of fighting in this whole playthrough, really. I picked melee weapons, I picked survival, that one's going to be very important later on for some of the more rules I'll explain later, and sneak, and I take skilled and wild wasteland just for a bit of fun, and you'll know why I picked wild wasteland later. I start off with the Ghost Town gunfight quest, and I really wanted to see, because I know you can't do it with melee, but I wanted to see if you could complete this with throwable items. I bought throwing knives from Chet, but you get throwing spears with the DLC pack. I didn't put them away, and as you can see, you actually get quite an interesting bit of I've never seen this before. You hit a bottle and it just seems to roll and roll and roll, like the spears on the side of the bottle right there. I thought that was you know, again, 13 years later I'm still seeing new stuff, and you can see here the spears have now disappeared, and it's the same with the throwing knives. It goes through the bottle, it will eventually disappear. I actually complete the introductory quest all the way through this time, because there's a very important thing that Sunny Smell teaches you here. She teaches you how to make healing powder, and this is where I'm going to explain what the kind of restrictions I'm putting on in this run. I first want to thank this commenter. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I know you've been asking it for quite a lot, and I'm finally glad we're bringing it to you, so this one's for you right here. I grabbed distinctive cigarette butts. This is an easy way to get Benny in the tops. Grab the snow globe and grab the Xander root and the Brock flower to make healing powder. Now, I won't be able to use any sort of medicine, none of it. I'll only be able to use kind of stuff that you, pretty much the stuff you make at campfires, like healing powders, gecko steaks, bighorn steaks, stuff like that. I shoved Joe Cobb's head right into the wall right there and finished the Ghost Town gunfight quest, no problem. Again, a nice easy way to do it, you know. The broad machete, obviously that's a huge kind of Roman weapon that I'm going to use. I think after this point I never really use throwing spears again, because it's so hard to get them. It's really difficult to get them, and yeah, the machete is, I think you could pretty much win the whole game just with the machete. The mindset that I had for this playthrough, as you saw at the start, I came in as a Roman soldier, and as a Roman soldier I still identify the only real sheriff of Prim. But back to what I was saying, when I was thinking of the playthrough, my first thought was, I'm a Roman soldier who's somehow been thrown either back in time or forward in time, whatever it means. So I'm not necessarily going to go with the Legion straight away. That's not a given, but I'm going to act as if, like, oh, these guys look like me. These seem to be my kind of guys. And cool, I find some nice armor. This is armor I would wear. I don't know what faction this is for. They call themselves the Legion, and I used to call myself the Legion, and I like the outfit, so this is what I'm going to wear. No matter the character though, Oliver Swank still gets to his ending, and I start heading towards my heavy outpost. And like I said, my character doesn't know anything about this world, and for some reason these people start shooting him. The only people who haven't shot me on sight have been, you know, the Legion guys, so far they seem like the only reasonable people in this whole Mojave Waste. I mean, second most reasonable, I found a very good conversation with that bark scorpion. I head over to Neil's shack and just take a nice quick little rest. And yep, have one of the most terrifying experiences. Wake up to Neil standing over me. Run up through the Black Mountain Pass. Avoid the rock this time, don't die. And start heading straight towards New Vegas. Now, like I said, the only thing I know is that these dudes that call themselves Legion are nice to me. I want to get to the strip because I want to get the guy that shot me. I submit the cap required because, again, by this point you can have so many caps just by taking and selling all the stuff you find. I get to Swank, never went to Boulder City, but thanks to those distinctive cigarettes, that's enough to convince Swank to let me take Benny to his room. When I arrive at the room though, all the chairmen are, his bodyguards are in there, but they don't seem to mind that I'm creeping in through the front door with a throwing spear, and I just start hurling the last couple that I've got at Benny and finish him off with the machete. What I do want to quickly say though is that this was a really fun playthrough. I'm really happy that it was commenting down below because I had a lot of fun with this. And with it, I feel like I could experiment a little bit, so I bought the katana. I don't think I've ever actually used the katana in a playthrough before. It's just a weapon that I've just never really ever came in contact with and picked up, and I thought, Legion soldier, doesn't really know where he is, but he sees a sword. I mean, it's not a sword, it's not like a Caesar sword, a Legion sword, whatever you call it, a machete, but it's still a sword. You know, I think a man out of time would take that sword and not judge too much on it. But as you can see, I've headed over to Cottonwood Cove and I've headed straight into the Legion camp because obviously I am going to be siding with the Legion. But before I meet Caesar, I thought, what a better time to go and, you know, do some gladiatorial fights. Now, I know the gladiator armor is just like leather armor, but to me it's called gladiator armor. So to me it's fair game. And same with the machetes in here as well. I finally get to go meet Caesar and I am in awe of the man himself. For this playthrough I want to try and do as many Legion side quests as I possibly could because I've never really done them before, you know. I head down to the bunker, tell Mr. Bells that I'ma blow it up, and realise that actually Frobos is able to blow it up, and I try to kill Mr. Health with one, but it does not work and I get sent to kill him anyway. I steal all the Legion armor I possibly can and go talk to Siri, because Siri will be my main source of healing powder this whole playthrough. She'll give you 6 every day if you've got enough Legion fame. No time at the present though, I head straight over to Lucky Ferry, and the katana, I can see the big benefit. It's got a really fast swing rate, and it cripples them so quick. And after I take out all the Securitrons, I decide when I go down and see Mr. House, I want to channel my Modern Warfare 2 Black Ops 1 days and try and hit him with a jumping throwing knife over the rooftops, you know? Take me back to my youth. Now I wanted to notice something here with this, handing in this quest, because I get accepted by the Legion. I'll keep that in mind for later on. You might be a little bit worried about what I'm doing here. I seem to be attacking Legion soldiers, and no, I'm not going to be betraying the Legion in this playthrough. What actually this was is I wanted to get a machete gladius, because this is going to be pretty much my most powerful weapon for this entire playthrough. I don't get to enjoy my moment because I start noticing some graffiti that I really am angry about. I'll catch that Brian later. I decide to head straight over to Vault 21 to help with Volpez's quest. And this here is a quest that I don't think I've ever done this before. I don't think I've ever seen it complete. I had no idea what was going on here. And once I saved the woman, I was speaking to her, and it was the first time I'd ever read this information. And I was quite confused because she was talking about, you know, Curtis, who we know is a Legion soldier from other playthroughs, but she's played dumb, and I was quite surprised. But anyway, with that out of the way, I quickly head straight over to the Boomers, and, you know, while I'm there, taking my favourite pastime of taking out George and speaking to Pearl. Now, with the Boomers, any kind of opportunity I get to be able to not have to go kill all those ants is a blessing. So I fought a Roman soldier. Caesar doesn't seem too fussed about how you resolve this, so you know, I don't get to do it very often. I decide that the boomers, the best way, and you know, the quickest way and the funnest way is to just wipe them all out. I mean, the only thing I regret is not listening to Pete. I mean, that's always worth our time. Even as a Legion soldier trapped in a time warp, I mean, listening to Pete would have been a good time to have. I replaced the firing mechanism and quickly head over to speak to Vulpes and let him know. And he actually initiates this other side of the Camp McCarran quest that I also have never done before. And I get a disappointing quest from Caesar to go help the White Gloves, and I get to learn a new Legion Assault unarmed attack, which I didn't use too much in this playthrough, the Legion Assault. It was nice, I had a lot of fun, but I didn't use it that much. Now, you'll notice there that I can't get any healing powder, even though I was accepted by the Legion. Again, we'll come back to that later, but I want to point that out just for later on in this video. I decide now's a good time to complete Vulpes' side quest. I mean, I was actually quite... I don't want to say I was sidetracked because it's a Legion quest, but I was quite excited to do this side of it. I didn't know how it worked, and obviously there's not too much to it. It's assassinate one guy, and again, don't know how I missed that first throwing knife, but I get him the second time. I drop all this stuff into his crate, and I wait for these, I'm not sure what you call them. I mean, they're like sentries. They are like robots hovering from side to side. But I wait for them to finally start walking, and I mean, I just blend in. I mean, how could anyone suspect me of being the one that's about to sabotage the monorail? I mean, the Legion headdress and my underwear, I don't think give anything away. I think I might be the most trusted person on this camp right now. I get to see the monorail blow up. That's new. Colonel Shu doesn't suspect a single thing. I turn up, and 5 minutes later a dude is dead. There's evidence in his locker, and the monorail broke up, but it couldn't be me. That's all I'll say. Now, here was a very disappointing part of this playthrough, and I didn't know how to fix it because I didn't save at the proper points.
But I need someone I know I can rely on.
I've never done this for Caesar before. I usually skip it. I usually just tell them they won't join them because it doesn't really affect the end of the game. But the comment mentioned that you should get a full affiliation with the White Gloves and you should do the quest properly. And I promise you, I really tried. But to actually begin the quest without the cannibal perk, you have to get high strip
No,
fame.
not from the likes of you, I'm afraid.
That didn't feel very Legion soldier. And after I started the Beyond the Beef quest, for some reason Mortimer just like locked me out. And I thought, maybe if I just start the Beyond the Beef quest, maybe if I complete it, Marjorie will take my side and maybe side up with Caesar herself, but I've never actually done that. I don't know really how to complete this quest properly. I've only ever done it through the Beyond the Beef part. I've only ever done it tricking Mortimer. I've never tried to help Mortimer himself. So it was, I mean, you can see the gameplay. It speaks for itself. I am literally trapped in the detective's room while being set on fire. I mean, there's nothing else to say. I mean, we messed up. I do apologize. I didn't save at the proper points. I had to have replayed a lot of the game just to fix that, and I thought, nah, the White Gloves ain't that important. So I decided to hand my shame to Caesar, get disintegrated by the Brotherhood of Steel, but after that attempt, go in there and wipe them out. The katana was much better, especially with the knockdown perk. The katana, the more hits possible, the better the outcome. And with the Brotherhood, the thing that I started to notice, the hardest part isn't the weapons. It isn't anything like that. It's not having stim packs, and it's not being able to rebuild limbs and to fix the limbs. Now, obviously, I can fix them through beds. But when you're in a long fight like this, I mean, this and the dam, that's what I'm kind of worried about now at this point. But when you get a limb crippled, that's it. It's crippled until the whole fight's over. I mean, I have to keep running back to this toilet to heal up because I am burning through my healing stuff. but thankfully I get Piercing Strike during this fight. Thank God. I think that's what actually turned the tide. You can see I'm hitting red limbs now, but I took out Hard and I took out McNamara, which is more or less the two hardest parts. Once you take them out, getting rid of the Knights and the Scribes is not a problem at all. And you can see here, Head Scribe Taggart. I mean, I never noticed that if you take out the Brotherhood, he runs every time. But my God, he runs every single time. As I was trying to blow it up, I started hanging around the place for a little bit longer. This attempt, I decided to self-destruct, and I just book it. There's a couple guys still left. I've got no health. I have no healing supplies. I just got to get out of here. I'm not just limping out. I'm more or less crawling out, and you can see by my reaction here, I just stare at the sun, because although the gameplay is only a couple minutes, I think that probably took me close to an hour. I didn't put in all the deaths, but my God, that took a lot of time. And Caesar was so proud of my dedication to killing the Brotherhood that he decides that I am the only man fit enough to take a lump out his brain. Well, actually, that's not true. I've just lied there. He doesn't trust me to do that because my medicine sucks, so he wants me to go fix his robot. But before that, I got to get some more big honor sticks, because I'm out. I am out of healing supplies. And you noticed earlier I marked this place on the map past this Legion safe house, and that's because it is covered in malnourished animals, and that malnourished word is worthless because they drop all the same amount of meat, more or less, and I'm able to stock up completely on big horner and Brahmin steak. I head straight over to Vault 34 to get the auto dock fixed, and although I'm not showing it here, the golden geckos, man, they were tough. Like, it took me a couple attempts, fight a small group of them, go off and heal so I don't waste all my supplies, come back and fight another group. They're powerful. Well, no, they go down quick, but they pack a bit of a punch. Now, I considered here killing Caesar, because in obviously Caesar's real life, the real Julius Caesar, he died. He was killed by his Senate, but I decided that no, I don't think a Legion soldier would do that to him. Wait, they didn't. It was his high command that did it. Before I take out President Kimball, though, I decided I want to wipe out Camp Forlorn Hope. And the main reason I thought is because the quest is We Are Legion, and that felt quite appropriate for the character. And it was a lot easier than I thought. I mean, obviously the Brotherhood's the hardest fight, and this camp here it's only got about 2 heavies at this level, so going up there and slaughtering is not a problem. And also it's a great supply of dog tags to help your reputation. You can go to, what's this, the Centurion Audley, the Phoenix, whatever that dude's name is, and you can give him a bunch of dog tags, and that will give you a bunch of Legion fame, because as I said, I was accepted earlier, but I still can't get healing powder. So at this stage of the gameplay, I don't know what was going on. I have a very simple plan for taking out Kimball. I am a chameleon. I will never be noticed. I am one with the world. No, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, back to the task at hand. Taking out President Kimball is never the problem. It's always his NCR veteran rangers around him that is the issue, and him running away. But I decided to use that and the Liberator machete that I got from taking out Camp Forlorn Hope, and vats him into the death. Now I run into Hoover Dam, then run out, because for some reason they can't figure out doors. They can't figure that mechanism at all, and hop over the wall and just book it. Just start running. Get those little legs going wee all the way home, because I ain't got the capacity to take out all those veteran rangers. Now at this point I noticed that I was neutral. I didn't even have any introductory fame with the Legion. I was really confused. I thought failing that with the white gloves couldn't have affected my reputation to be the point where they don't even recognize me. So I decided to hand in all my NCR dog tags. I mean, 25 is pretty good, and that gets me, I think it's accepted by the Legion. Again, I get accepted. I feel like when you're accepted and then you lose it, you get called, don't you get called like wild child? So like really at this point I'm really confused, and I go to Lucius and I'm wanting the key to the Legion safe house. Now you can see here I actually run off and hand in even more dog tags so I can get myself to light, because you need to be at least light to get the Legion safe house key. So I do more camps to get the safe house key and head straight over to the safe house just for one thing. I need to get one thing that'll finish this off. The Centurion armor, because if you're gonna take the damn, first of all, you might as well do it with the best armor, but you also might as well do it in style, and I think there's no other way to sum it up than this beautiful clip here.
You have earned the respect of the men. So, take this helmet and put it on. Legionaries! Salute your new Centurion!
Even though I'm a Centurion, I can't get healing powder, and it's here that I finally realise what's going on. Every time you equip faction armor, it completely neutralizes all of your factions. And once I took it off, I was idolised by them, because of course I was. The amount of dog tags I handed in. I mean, I should have been the legate at this point. Speaking of legates, the conversation with him goes as good as it always does.
Thank you, sir. Hail Caesar, sir.
Hail Caesar. If it's not done by sunrise, I'll cut your balls off.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hail Caesar and everything, sir. Oh.
With those words of inspiration from the legate, I decided to assault the dam. Now, this point here was quite nice. This was the upgraded armor really helped with my healing supplies. And at this point, when I was able to get the healing powder, I pretty much just waited over and over, and I think I had about 70 by the start of this fight, and plenty of like different steaks from different animals. I get this cool shot here when I'm getting hit by an incinerator, where my Liberator machete starts lighting up on fire. I mean, that is a pretty cool effect. I mean, I know Fallout 4 has like legendary effects, but that one's sweet, like a flame effect. I don't think it affected my weapon at all, but it was cool while it lasted. We're already into the fight with General Lee, and I mean, I am limping in here because, as I said, no stim packs, no healing bags, and although I've got good armor and the adamantium skeleton perk, it's not helping with the limb damage. But I mean, at this point, it's easier than the boxing tape one. I'll give it that. The machete gladius is a fantastic weapon, and in VATS, I mean, it's so powerful. You saw it there. I knocked everyone out of reality for a second. General Lee goes down, and there's only a couple of heavy troopers left. And something strange happened here. I've never really seen it before. Legion soldiers were able to get in to that part of the camp, but with their support, I limped my way back to the legate, proving that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as a Roman soldier. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun doing that one. Thank you again for the comments down below, and please keep commenting. I'm trying to get through as many as I can, but I've got a couple of videos lined up that I want to do. The next one I'll be releasing is another comment video, but the one after that is something that I've had planned, and I hope you guys really enjoy that one. That one I'm very, very excited for. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm truly blown away by the support this channel's been getting, and I can't sit here and not thank you guys, because without you guys, the motivation for this, it started off as a hobby and something I just want to do in my spare time, has turned into like a real passion project. I mean, you guys have really, it's been making me want to think more and more ideas, read every comment, get more ideas together, and start making these challenges for you guys. I mean, this video and the last one, these are both for you guys. You guys suggested these, and I want to bring these to you, the challenges that you guys want to see. And please, if this is your first video, please like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I'll try to do your challenges if I'm able to. And I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much.
West to find a new chapter to join. The Fiends attacked Camp McCarran during the Second Battle.